Hello everyone. So today's class I'm going to explain about Cucumber framework, how to create a scenario and how to implement those steps in the step definition.java file. So the first project in Cucumber framework, we are going to discuss about scenario implementation. Let's see, I'm going to import a package. So I'm going to start from the scratch. So I'm going to import a package. I'm doing right click on import existing Maven projects. So expanding Maven and selecting existing Maven projects next. So browse and in my E drive, I'm selecting this Cucumber Scenario Maven project. So I'm clicking on select folder and click on finish. See here, I can able to see the complete folder structure. So SRC test resources, which contains features folder. So here already some feature files are there. So I'm going to remove these feature files. Okay, so now I am going to tell you. So in the Cucumber framework under SRC test resources, we have to create a feature file. Let me show you how to create a feature file. So on the features folder, just right click on new and click on file here. So I'm clicking on file. So I'm creating skills feature file, skills.feature. So I have to create a feature file like this, skills.feature, and I'm clicking on finish. See, this is the skills.feature file was created, and here these lines of code automatically generated, and I'm removing all these sections of data. So I'm removing all the content of this feature file. So I have already ready with my steps what I have to develop. So I'm copying this and I'm pasting here. So this is the one. So here I want to show here feature file. So the feature I want to develop add skills functional. So I'm automating a feature file. I'm automating functionality of add skills functionality, add skills in Orange application. So this is the functionality I want to automate. So this is the feature I want to develop. So here I'm writing background key, and here I'm writing scenario. So background key means which contains common reusable steps. So prior to executing of these steps, first background key steps will be executed, and after that scenario steps can be executed. So here in this, so this is a feature file which contains background key and scenario sections. So these steps, so in this feature file I have written some set of steps by using keywords as given, when, and then. So every step I have written by using keywords as given, when, and then. Okay, so here I'm launching a browser. So let me tell you the functionality first. So I'm launching the browser. So I'm launching the browser. So what is the functionality that I'm automating? So just I'm showing. So I'm launching the browser. And after that, I want to navigate to this application URL. And what is my next step? So these are the common steps for any of the scenario. That's why I have specified in background key section. And now I want to enter username as admin and password as admin123. So I'm going to enter my username as admin and password as admin123. And I'm clicking on login button. So now I want to navigate to go to skills space. So here I am navigating to skills. So under admin qualifications, under skills, I'm navigating and I'm clicking on add button. So here I want to enter skill name and skill description, and I want to click on save. So after that, I'm entering skill name as and skills with skill name as Java and Java description. So right now I'm going to create skill name as Java 1.5 and skill description as Java 1.5 description. And I'm clicking on save. See, Java 1.5 and Java 1.5 description record got created. And after that, my functionality was automated. And let's go to the scenario and click on logout and close the browser. So here I have to click on welcome button and I'm clicking on logout. And after that, I have to close the browser. So here this feature file contains some set of steps to achieve particular test objective. So this feature file, which is describing how to create a skills record in Orange HRM application. So now let's automate how to implement the code for these steps. So first I have created a feature file and this I have created a feature file as skills.feature file. And so I have written a feature files in the background key section and in the scenario section. By using these keywords, I have to write the set of steps and I have written like that. Now my next step is I want to implement these steps. So to implement these steps, okay, let me delete the previous ones. So I want to implement. So here for every step, we need to write a corresponding method implementation. So every step, we can call it as a keyword. So for every step or keyword, we need to develop a corresponding method. So here, okay, let me delete this one as well. And I'm clicking on delete. Click on OK. So here I'm creating a package name as step definitions. So I'm creating package name as step definitions. Step definitions. So I'm creating a step definitions.java file. So just I'm clicking on finish. See, this is the step definitions Java file has been created under Selenium glue code package. So after that, I'm coming. So this is the just I have created some just a class I have created. That's it. And the next step is I'm going back to my runner class. So in my test runner 3.java class, so this is the runner class. This is the runner package which contains test runner 3.java class file. Okay. So the test runner.3.java class file. So the configuration settings and everything are defined in JUnit platform.properties file. So this test runner.3.java file we can use to execute the scenarios. Suppose if I want to execute these steps, okay, I have to run this test runner 3.java class file. So just I need to right click and I need to navigate to run as, and I have to click on JUnit test. So before clicking on test runner 3.java class file, let me check my JUnit platform properties file here. So what is my feature file name? Skills.feature, because I'm going to execute skills.feature. So here I'm writing skills.feature file. So whichever feature file that you want to develop, so whichever feature file that you want to execute, you have to specify skills.feature file under properties file. So now I'm closing this properties file. And after that, I am executing my test runner 3.java class file. So let me run this one. Run as JUnit test. So I'm clicking on OK. So just a minute. So here my JRE system library is 1.7. Let me make it as 1.8 because the latest version of Java is 1.8. So click on edit and I'm changing to 1.8. Apply and close. Okay, now I'm going to execute my test runner 3.java class file. So I selected test runner 3 and run as JUnit test. See, I'm clicking on proceed button. So like this, after executing my program, so in the console, it has been generated like this. And the left hand side, you are able to see failure trace. And here you need to click on this hand symbol. So we can call it as a show stack trace in console view. So just I'm clicking on this console view. So just I'm clicking here. So after that, I'm going back to the console window. So I'm copying all these steps. So these are, you can implement these steps. So it is system is suggesting for every keyword, I haven't implemented any of these methods. See here user. So whatever steps, these are the methods. These are the keywords I have to implement. So just I'm copying these keywords, these method names, whatever system has suggested me. I'm copying all these methods. I'm copy. I'm going back to step definitions.java file here. Okay. And here inside this class, I'm pasting all these methods. And let me save my program. Okay. So let's analyze this part. So the system here given. So I have to import supporting class file library. Just I'm keeping the mouse over here and it is asking to import this one. So I'm clicking given. See, this is the given keyword was imported. And similarly for when. And similarly for then. So my all keywords are imported. Now let me write my lines of code here. So I'm removing all the automatic generated code. So every method, it contains starting curling bracket and ending curling bracket. And here also it contains starting curling bracket and ending curling bracket. And here also it contains starting curling bracket and ending curling bracket. Here also. So I am deleting the automatic generated code. Right. Now let me write some lines of code here. System dot out dot println. So user launch Chrome browser. So just I'm writing user launch Chrome browser. This is the line of code I'm writing. And so here user opens URL. So this is the line of code I'm writing. And here instead of writing string, just you can write some test URL. So this is the local variable. So just I'm specifying the test URL. Okay. And after that, users enters username as password and password. So here I'm writing. So here I'm writing username. So local variable names I'm renaming username and password. Username as and password as. Right. Okay. Next, I have to navigate to go to skill space. So let me write some go to skill space. Go to skill space. So I'm writing this line here. And after that, so just I'm copying these lines of code and I'm pasting here. So here I want to enter skill name and skill description. So I'm giving local variable names as skill name and skill description. So I'm going to print skill name and skill description. So local variables. So here I'm in skill name as and skill description as. So I'm printing. And after that, I have to do logout. So just I'm copying this line of code, click on logout. Okay. And finally, I want to close my browser. So just I'm writing close browser. Close browser. So for every method, so whatever in feature file for every method, so how many keywords? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So total 7 methods are available in my step definition. See, user launch Chrome browser. So user opens URL and user enter name. So total 7 methods are available. So for every step, corresponding method is available in my step definition.java class file. And I have written system.out.println. So now I am saving my program step definition.java class file, and let me run the program again by using test103.java class file. So I'm going to execute which of the feature file. So in the JUnit file, so this is the skills.feature file, it is going to be executed. So let me run my test103.java class file, run as JUnit test. So I have implemented all the steps. See, all my steps was successfully executed, and I want to verify the reporting part. So the reporting part I will verify. So first, successfully log in with, so what is the steps I have written? User launch Chrome browser and user opens URL as, so whatever I have written in my step definition.java file. So corresponding keywords are executed and corresponding, so user launch Chrome browser. So this is got printed when corresponding method is executed. User opens URL. So this is the URL was, this is the line got printed, and user enters username as, so username as admin and password admin123. So it is got printed, and after that go to skill space. So go to skill space line was printed. So for every method, for every keyword, corresponding method has been executed, and add skills with skill name. So here the next step is skill name and skill description. These lines got printed, and finally click on logout button. See, there's corresponding method output was executed, and finally close browser. So this is the close browser was executed. That means your scenario was successfully executed. Okay, now let me write my set of driver commands from the Selenium. Okay, so now let's write this part. So the actual implementation code I am going to write. So now let me go. My code is ready. So I'm going back to the open Chrome browser. So to launch my browser, these are the lines of code is required for me. So first I have to declare my WebDriver. Okay. So I'm going back to step definition.java class file. So here I'm declaring my WebDriver, static WebDriver driver. So I have to import my supporting driver. So import Selenium. Imported. See here it's got imported, and I'm saving. And after that, user launch Chrome browser. So let me write those lines of code. So user launch Chrome browser. So the related set of driver commands I'm taking from the existing program, copy, and I'm copying in my user launch Chrome browser. So these are the lines of code I'm writing. So now I'm keeping this line as comment. So browser will be launched. And after that, user opens URL. So user opens URL. So this is the line of code. So here, this is the test URL. I want to use it. So here I'm removing everything. Driver.get. This is the test URL. So I'm commenting this line of code. Okay. So user launch this URL, and the URL. So this one. So the URL value we are getting from feature file. So this is the URL value. It is coming into your step definition. Here it is coming, and that test URL value it is coming, and that application URL is invoking like this. And after that, the next method is user enter username as this one and password as this one. So let's write set of driver instructions related to login. So now, so first I'm copying the method of highlighting of web element border method. So this is the method I'm copying, and I'm pasting it under my step definition.java class file. So to highlight the web element border, this is the method I'm copying. Okay, right now user enters username and password. Okay, let me take the lines of code, username and password. So I'm taking these lines of code, Control C. So I'm entering corresponding lines. So username, and I want to take username. So this is the input value. It is coming from feature file, and password. So this is the one. So username and password, which is coming from, so admin, this is the value, and admin 123. So these are the values are coming to step definition.java class file here. So here admin and here admin 123. So those are the values which has been printed. I already verified and like that. So here showing some error, just keep the mouse over, and it is asking to add throws declaration. I'm clicking on here. So throws exception got added. Okay. So now username and password has been ready. And now let's go to the next one. Go to skill space. So to navigate to skill space, these are the lines of code. Let me copy, and I'm coming back to step definition. So here I'm copying and I'm commenting this line, and add throws declaration. So throws exception got added. So I'm saving. And after that, so what is my next step implementation? Add skill name and skill description. Okay, now let's go to the skill name and skill description, and I have to do button set. So I'm taking these 3 lines of code. Okay, so here I need to use, this is the skill name and skill description. So skill name and skill description values are coming from feature file. See here, my skill name is this one. So I'm going to change input value as Java 51 and Java description 51. So these are the input values. It will come to step definition.java file here. So here Java 51 and Java 51 description value, it will come here. And it is showing some error. Just add throws declaration. So throws exception got added. Okay. So now it's not required. Just I'm commenting these lines. And finally, I have to do welcome click and logout. So I have to do welcome dot, and I have to click on logout. Okay. So let me check welcome and logout. So there is no lines of code. So I'm copying this line of code, Control C. So welcome and logout steps. So the setup driver comments I'm not writing. So here I'm writing driver.quit. So after the program execution is completed, your browser will be closed. So whenever in your feature file close browser is executed, so the actual line of code, it will be executed driver.quit. So your browser session will be closed, and logout, nothing will be happen. Just this line will be printed on the console. So I'm saving the program now, and I'm closing this one. Now let's run my program. So this time my skills.feature file, this is the record, it will be created in Orange HRM application. So let's run my program now. Runner3.java class file. So run as the unit test. Proceed. See here, admin and qualifications and skill name and skill description got entered. And button save its did. And now I want to verify the reporting part. So where is my reporting part? So you can click on JU platform properties file. So my reports got generated under target folder. So let me expand my target folder here under Cucumber reports. So let me expand my Cucumber reports and cucumber.html. Let me open this one, open with the browser. See, this scenario got executed. Skills.feature file was executed on Windows 10 platform, and this is the Java version, and the time was taken 20 seconds. So let me expand. See, all these steps got successfully executed, and it is showing like this. So like that, this time Java 51 and 51 record got created successfully. Let me execute the same program again by changing the input values. So I'm changing it to Java 52, and I'm again changing to Java 52. So for every keyboard corresponding, for every keyword, this is a keyword, this is the keyword. So for every keyword, corresponding method was implemented under step definition.java file here. Okay. So my skills feature file, I have modified my input data, and now I'm coming back to my testrunner3.java class file. So this is the file. To execute your scenarios, you need to run this one. So just I'm running the unit test. You can proceed. So Chrome browser launched, application URL launched, username and password and login button got clicked, and admin 123. So it will click on button save. So like that, my scenario got executed. Now let's go back to the check and output report. So just you can select this target folder and just refresh, clicking on refresh. So I'm expanding Cucumber reports and open with browser. To check the reporting part. See, this time Java 52 record got successfully created and this scenario was executed successfully. Yeah, that's it on Cucumber scenario. So in the next session, we can discuss about Cucumber scenario outline. Thank you guys.